the most difficult part of my training is the people, for sure. The people. Yep.
And that transition between finishing your
Yes.
your training and
Yes.
the owner
And
coming back.
these things, knees and this, although the owners want constant updates, they want to see the cute little videos, even if the dog's beginning of training, that it's like we're using their clicker and feeding, like they just want to see their dog. But as the training program progresses, this is evidence, right?
This is what a cheaty dog it was. You see him now?
Yes, and the dogs, again, we say 4 weeks basic, 6 weeks advanced, but the dog's not going home until they're ready. Every now and then we have people that just have a meltdown that can't live without their dogs, and it's in our contract. If you pull the dog out of the program prematurely, the dog is not considered trained. Like, we have a lifetime guarantee. When the dog completes the program...
Right. Well, it's like going to school.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't complete
Yep.
if you don't get your diploma,
you don't get a degree. And I also tell people too, like a lot of times we start a board and train at 5 months old. We have little puppy programs and stuff, baby puppies up to 4 or 5 months, but at 5 months they can come in and get the full 6-week program. What I tell people is that dogs can be like humans, and serial killers were really nice kids at one point in time in their life, right? And then they grew up in the environment, their genetics and their experience was a Molotov cocktail, and then they become killers. Dogs can be like that too. So dogs between 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months can be very consistent in their behavior, and all of a sudden they go through a weird fear period. Sometimes they come out of it, but after a year, 14, 16, 18 months, up until 2, 2.5, when they start to fully mature, they can be a much different dog than they were as a baby.
Absolutely.
So that's why we say it's a lifetime guarantee. There's sometimes we get a call a year later, and the dog's doing shit that we never saw the dog do when we had our hands on it. But a lot of time it is, like I said, the phone is evidence. Some of these people want to talk shit because it requires owner maintenance. It requires that they practice the things we've been taught.
Yeah.
It's a perishable skill. Use it or lose it. So they want to come back and blast you on social media and say, oh, this guy didn't train my dog. Well, it's interesting. It was a horrible situation. I had an elderly gentleman with a very adorable, crazy little golden retriever puppy. She was awesome. She was rude because she was so wide open and jumpy. She loved to train, loved to eat, loved to play ball. And she created a lot of good content for me during the training program. The owner, right before she was about to go home, passed away. Yeah, it was horrible. He had some health issues, and he had 2 adult children, and neither of them wanted the dog. Well, their lives were too busy, and they had their reasons, right? But nobody could take the dog. But the breeder said they'd take the dog back. So about a month later, and I never met the breeder. I never had an opportunity to do a lesson. I did a quick lesson with the son, who all he did was grab the dog, drive it back to the breeder hours away. And he did no long story short.
By the time he got it, he forgot.
So I got a call a month later, the breeder's bitching at me saying the dog's not trained. And I started firing her videos, like I'm sending her links that I posted. And I go, just because that puppy was born in your home, do you honestly believe it's going to listen to you because you saw it born from its mother? And people believe that shit.
Oh, God.
They believe that you're going to say the word sit, say the word down, and the dog's going to listen. Bullshit. There has to be interaction with the animal. It goes back to what I was saying. The animal has to believe you're going to reinforce those things.
There has to be the connection.
Yeah, there has to be leash time. There has to be repetitious interaction with the animal where they go, okay, this human knows the deal, and I'm going to respond to him or not. So that, again, it just circles back to the humans. Sometimes it's the hard part of what I do. And, I've trained people that have been runway models, movies, actors, actresses, special force operators, pro athletes, and it all comes down to connecting with the human and teaching them how to create that interaction with the animal with good timing and good communication. It doesn't matter what walk of life the human comes from. They may be a ninja or an elite in their field of life, but the dog will humble you. Right? It's a really bit different language. It is very, very simple language, though. That's actually the good thing.